kind of historical fiction that I like, that I try to write, and that I'm talking about this afternoon, is what I imagine you're all doing, is to try, what I want to do when I write historical fiction is to take myself and anybody I can take with me into a period of time that I've become interested in for one reason or another, and recreate that time so that you feel you've been there. And in order to do that, you absolutely have to do every possible bit of research. So if I want to go back in time, I have to know where I'm going. And for what I've said here is your ticket really is the knowledge you gain from research. You have to read a lot of books. I know, I use my own experience here, not because my books are so wonderful, but because it is the experience I've had. One of my books was about an immigrant girl coming from there. It's an adolescence novel, coming from the north of Scotland in 1815. So I had to read a lot of Scottish history, not just about that time in history, but about the time that came before. Because these people who were living, say, in 1815, weren't born in 1815. They were born to people, and the history of their country formed them. And it's not right to take modern characters and just put them back in time. And how do you get into the head of somebody who lived 200 years ago? And the best, it's more of a problem if you're writing about, say, France, and you're not French. These people would have thought in French and spoken in French. One thought I've had about that, I haven't done this myself, but my one thought is, if you don't speak and read French, you can't go back and read the French novels, but you can read them in translation. If you're writing in a period when novels existed. Going back before the 18th century, you can't have any of that. But you can find letters. You can find documents. Try to get a sense of the language. You read what you want to write. When I'm stuck, I go to the writers I love best to see how they handle a problem, and not to copy their writing style, which you don't. As you write, you develop your own style, but to see how they handle a particular problem. So these are the things what you want to do. You want to take me, I'm your reader, you want to take me there, and you only can do that if you really feel at home there yourself. So if you can go to a place yourself, I always say, and so far it's worked, that I don't write a story about a place where my feet haven't been. But you can't always do that. I mean, Peter Dickinson, the British writer, again, I use a lot of kids' books, I'm sorry about that, but wrote wonderful novels for kids. And one of them is set in ancient Egypt. But you can't talk the way the ancient Egyptians talk. You can't hear them talk. You can go there, but it's a lot trickier than, say, going to Scotland, for instance. So a lot of it's going to be more fantasy than history, but you do the best you can. If there is something, the thing that I really feel has to matter, you have to be grabbed by the thing.